Hey gamers, this is Dag Time, and as most of you guys know, yesterday was the big reveal for multiplayer on Advanced Warfare. There's loads and loads of stuff that came out for yesterday, loads of video clips, loads of screenshots. We're going to go through some of the stuff that you can do and you can't do, some stuff that's in, some stuff that's out. So we thought we'll create a little clip and discuss what's been happening in the world of Call of Duty. So here we go. So first off, there's all this exosuit stuff, and we knew about exosuits before, but now we've got a bit more detail on what you can do with an exosuit and what you can't do. So for example, the suits are referred to as the exos, which is pretty cool. And one of the common things that you would already know about the exosuit is known as the exo boost jump, which allows you to jump crazy heights and stuff and shoot and fight in a vertical kind of way. So it's pretty mental. You can see there's lots of videos on it already, and we put a few screenshots in this video. You'll see the screenshots are cycling through on the left. So there's the exo jump, which everyone seems to know. It's like there's a double jump option as well with that. There's also something called boost dodge, which allows you to dodge left and right using your exosuit boost. So it basically it's like a rocket that fires you to the left or a rocket that fires you to the right to help you dodge bullets and stuff like that. There's a boost dash, which obviously gives you some kind of extra speed in terms of running and stuff. There's a boost slide, so you can slide with the exo boost, and it basically you can still shoot and all that kind of stuff if you've got the perk enabled. So if you've got a perk, there's a perk enabled that allows you to shoot while running, shoot while sliding, all these kind of things. So you can you can keep going and keep killing off the enemies as you slide through the map. There's something called boost slam, which, so if you're in midair and you hit the boost slam, it basically slams you to the ground. And looking at some of the clips and stuff, you actually can kill your opponent in that way. And one of the cool features with all of these boosts or different types of boosts is you can actually chain them up, so you can do a boost jump and a boost dodge at the same time. So you go up in the air and then you fly to, you kind of boost to the right, at the same time dodging stuff while people are shooting at you. So that's pretty sick. Now with the exosuit, you get obviously the basic functionality, so you get all the boosts that you were talking about, but then you can actually equip the exosuit with extra stuff, and this comes off your loadout. So the more stuff you add in your loadout and things, the less stuff that you can configure on your weapons and stuff. We'll talk about the loadout in a minute, but so you can actually equip your exo with hover, so it allows you to hover in a certain position for a few seconds or whatever. There's also the cloak, so obviously you can go it's like an invisibility shield, so you go invisibility for a little while. There's the shield itself, so you get a kind of shield with your exosuit. Like I said, these are optional, so you can add these in your loadout. And then you get the standard exo perks as well. There's like Semtex, and there's grenades and stuff like that. There's a few extra things like I can't remember what it's called, but it's like it scans for invisible exo people and stuff like that, so you can use those. There's a few new ones based on the exosuit. So the actual exo itself has added a new dimension to Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, by adding all these fancy moves, and and then by having that exo you can actually have more configuration options and things like that. One of the limitations of the exo is you can't just use it continuously through the game. It has a battery, so you can use it up until your battery runs out, and then I suppose there'll be a way to top it up, maybe via supply drops and stuff, which we'll mention in a bit as well. So that's the exo. So there's a lot of stuff to do with the exo, and the exo is one of the fundamental differences between previous Call of Duties and the Advanced Warfare stuff. So it's one of the key differences, and it will allow different kind of movement, different type of dynamics, different type of tactical fighting, and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be pretty sick. So it's not just your standard run-of-the-mill running around with your weapons. You're in a way you're flying kind of through the air, and you're fighting in mid-air and all this kind of stuff. So it's going to add a pretty new dimension to Call of Duty. And let's face it, we don't want the new Call of Duty all to be the same in a way. We want something new, something significant, and this is what it is really. So one of the other things that you have with Advanced Warfare is something called supply drops. Now there are 3 types of supply drops. One is weapon supply drops, so you get new customizations for your weapons, or you get new weapons, and so like some stuff you will unlock as you play through the game as you rank up, but some stuff you get, you know, like a bonus while you're in the middle of a game. You can pick up supply drop and you'll get extra attachments for your weapons, or new weapons for example, and they'll stay in your loadout from what I can see based on the reveal from yesterday. There are loads and loads of configuration options for your weapons and all this kind of stuff, and you get things like you get energy weapons, which is a new dimension which you not had before really. You know, they don't require reloads and stuff like that. They may require charging time, but we'll see when we actually get into the game. The other kind of supply drops are character supply drops, where you know you get new gear being dropped to you. You know, new, like, I don't know, helmets and things like that. So you can kit your guy out, kit your player out with all this fancy stuff. Some of it obviously you will get automatically unlocked as you play the game, but then you get the bonus stuff in game via supply drops, which is pretty cool. Third type of supply drop, which is reinforcement, so that's more like, you know, choppers and warships and all that kind of stuff, the usual stuff that you expect from a supply drop. So you know, it's known as reinforcement, so there'll be loads of stuff like that as well as you would expect from Call of Duty. The other key thing that was mentioned or discussed in the reveal yesterday was the loadout. Now the loadout is based on the Black Ops 2 style loadout, which is pretty sick. So in the Black Ops 2 style loadout, if you remember, you had 10 points, so you can configure your loadout based on 10 options, and then, you know, you can't have more than that. So you can say, you know, I want extra perks, or I want extra attachments, and then, you know, you'd have to balance it all out. Well, in Advanced Warfare, what you have is a 13-point system. And one of the key differences in the loadout between Black Ops 2 and Advanced Warfare is that your score streak, yes, score streaks are back as well. Score streaks can be configured per loadout. So the 13 or the 3 extra points, you know, you can have actually 3 score streaks, or you can even have 4, and then it means you have less, you know, options on your weapons, for example. So that's pretty cool. So, you know, you can have 3 score streaks, you can have no score streaks, which means you get more options on your weapons and your loadout, or you can have 4 score streaks if you want. So, you know, you can have, it's very, very configurable compared to before. So you can have 1 score streak, 2 score streak, it doesn't matter, whatever you feel like based on your 13-point limit you can do, and that's pretty sick. And I'll show you I mean, like I said, the screenshots are cycling through, you'll see them on the left while we're playing Ghosts on this map. I love this map, by the way, guys, it's pretty sick. And another cool feature that they've added is in between games, so you're waiting for you know, the next lobby, you know, you're in the lobby waiting for the game to load up, or the next map to load up, or whatever, and you're messing about with your loadout, right? Well, you can go into this firing range mode where you can actually test out all these weapons, and there's no load up time, there's no delay. You just say, I'm going to firing mode, I want to test this weapon out, and you can actually go in, test it out, and decide whether you want it in your loadout or not, which is pretty sick. So there's not like, so this loadout, sorry, this firing range map, or whatever it is already preloaded, so it's ready to go. As soon as you want it, it's ready to go, because obviously when you're in game lobbies, you don't have, you know, more than a minute maybe before the next game loads up or the next map loads up. So in the loadout, you can, you know, in the firing range, you can test out your loadout, which is pretty sick. There's also loads and loads of operator, or it's called create an operator, where you customize your player, and there's tons and tons of stuff, you know, gloves, shoes, helmets, whatever you want. You know, you can make them look as mental and ridiculous as you want. Obviously it costs money. There's all sorts of options and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of options in Ghosts as well. So, you know, there'll be a lot of options in Advanced Warfare. There's a screenshot of that as well somewhere that you can cite. Now obviously Activision want you to pre-order, and you know, so they have to give you some bonuses and stuff. And one of the key things is called Zero, or Day Zero, which means you don't get the game on, you don't get to play the game on release day. You get to play it 1 day before, 24 hours before. And what that means is, if you download it, or if digitally obviously, and some retailers are doing this and some are not. It may be different in different regions. They've said you'll get the game 1 day early with double XP running and 2 bonus weapons. So it's a big incentive to get the game or pre-order the game, I would say. And I will probably do it, and I'm sure loads and loads of people will do it. Why not play it 1 day early with double XP, get you to rank up pretty quick, right? So that's pretty cool as well. And I think overall the multiplayer reveal was really good. It was quite interesting. Like I said, you know, it's nice to have some different stuff with the exos and stuff like that. What I will say is that there are also a new set of maps: Biolab, Riot, Ascend, Defender, lots of close quarter fighting. And you know, in Biolab and Riot is based on a prison and stuff like that. Ascend is, you know, you're based in a space elevator terminal. How cool is that? And Defender is, you know, San Francisco based around the Golden Gate Bridge. And you know, at some point in Defender in San Francisco, there's actually a tsunami that hits, so you need to avoid that when the time comes. But you know, looking at the video clips, a lot of people are jumping around the tsunami, and little bits of you know, debris are floating around, or you know, sticking out of the water, so you can jump onto that. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, overall I would say the multiplayer reveal was pretty sick. Looking forward to the game now, and I think, you know, based on day 0, you need to go out and pre-order this thing. It looks pretty mental. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like our Facebook page for the latest updates, and please subscribe to the channel. Hopefully we'll have a lot more stuff coming. We'll post up a lot more screenshots on our Facebook page, so make sure you hit the like button on Facebook. The links are below. Catch you guys later. Peace out.